You gotta cut one weld to get it moved back. These things always change. Okay, I got my grinder. Safety first, boys and girls. Choose for yourself. I gotta go get some glasses. That's fantastic. So now we're going to focus on this end. And this end is going to be a little bit different. And we'll see how that goes. I'm going to do a little rearranging, so we're going to take a break and I'll come right back. I think that went easier than I thought it would. A 134 3/4. The verdict is boom! 134 3/4. So I'm not sure if you just heard me, but it's squared up good. So we're all set there. I'm gonna open the door, get some of the smoke cleared out real quick. Then we're gonna focus on getting the tongue in the proper position, or possibly the spring shackles. I haven't made a decision there. We'll go from there. That's an awful lot of bending over. So I'm going to take another break here and get a nice drink and sit down, straighten my back out a little bit, and then we'll come back to it. Making good progress, I think, though. Okay, I'm going to try to get this tongue laid out how I want it. Okay, so this is kind of my rough, I'm going to call it a rough guesstimate of where we want to be. Sadly, I think I'm tethered to the cord right now, but let me show you. I got to order a new battery for this camera. I do like the camera. So real quick, just a quick narrative. So I've got that the hitch where I want it to be, and so I think that's going to be okay. Let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and get that welded up, and then I'll probably weld a brace somewhere in here. Oop, wrong direction, sorry. Weld a brace somewhere between here and here, and then we'll go ahead and get it set roughly where I think we're going to be, and put some clamps on it for doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and reposition everything up front so we can watch a little more welding. I think for whatever reason, I watched some other people's videos, and everybody seems to like to watch the welding process. I don't know why, but it's interesting because I have a lot of friends, and I hear them say things like, "Oh, you love to weld, you like to weld." But personally, I hate welding. I have to admit it. I dislike welding. And the reason I dislike welding is I'm not comfortable. I'm always in an odd position, probably in an awkward position, and I'm just saving myself money. That's why I weld, is because I can, like this trailer, if I was to build it or buy it outright, it would probably cost me close to $8,000. Right now I have about $1,200 into it. I'm using a lot of recycled material, but hey, $1,200 and my time is going to save me $6,800. So that's where I think we'll be. However, I'm debating the axles because I'm looking at them and they're pretty bad. But I may get to where I'm like, okay, I can put these on and then trade them later, but we'll see. Anyway, time to get welding. Gonna do enough welding that I definitely want to put my respirator on this time. I call it a respirator, but it's really just a filter. Again, we want to tack this in place where we can cut it off if it's not in the right place. So we don't want to be too aggressive with our welds. So we're going to put them where we can grind them out if need be. I'm going to go take a quick break. Not a break. I'm going to go cut a cross member piece here that I want, because I want to brace in between. And we'll get that, that's out in the shop, so I'm going to go get that cut real quick, and I'll be right back. Alright, now I've got an interesting puzzle to figure out here, and I thought I brought a tape measure out, or had one out here. There it is. So I want to make sure that this is an equal distance away from the, so I can cut the angles correctly. One of the things I'm doing with the channel is I'm putting all the open space of the channel that I use in a position where I can see it and get to it. That's just kind of my preference. Now I'm going to reinforce the outside of it with some pieces there, but I want to get this put in there, and then I'll make a determination as to where this is going to sit and reside on this on the deal, and we'll make those cuts probably with the angle grinder. Up there. Now we want a common measuring point to measure from. I don't trust either one of these two ends to be common or consistent. So what I'm going to hope for is, I think I'm going to put this under here, and we'll just loosely clamp it up there. Then I'm going to measure, there's a hole on the center on the inside, and I'll use that as a reference point to measure the distance, and then I'll mark it. Bear with me while I consult the master plan for this dump trailer. Yeah, okay, now the plan says that I need to flip it over and weld the other side. Time to open up the door, air this place out. Give me a little better angle on this one weld here. I know you probably won't be able to see it from that angle. I'll try and fix the thing a little. Oh, that's a better angle. And we'll go in here. And I'll flip it up and do the other side. And weld in here, I'll weld in there. I need to see more. What I said is I need to see a little better. I do have a negative opinion of the pink Rust-Oleum, but for some reason, for some strange reason, I continue to buy Rust-Oleum because it seems to be the only thing that's readily available other than Krylon. I think Rust-Oleum is a rust attractant, and Krylon is more like a Cry-A-Lot because you're just going to continue to have rust. For this trailer, I'm probably going to throw Rust-Oleum on it initially, but I would like to consider, and if anybody has a better quality paint, whatnot that would impede rust. I think Rust-Oleum is very convenient because in most cases we all buy it in a rattle can, but the reality is I think it's just crap paint, and it just really doesn't do a whole lot of good for rust remediation. So hopefully I'll get something a little better beforehand. This piece here is powder coated. I appreciate that. It's kind of interesting, but what's the point? You know, other than these pieces here, you guys, when you weld on it like this on the top here, it's crap. So it's toast. So anyway, I'm gonna get this other piece done. And it looks like Amazon showed up with my grinding disc. Oh well, back to work. Gonna get that welded up. Can't really see while I'm welding anyway, so I'm just gonna leave the camera on this side and get it done. Woohoo! Close enough. All right. Now you put it in its proper position, take some measurements, and make some decisions. And the decisions we're going to make are how far forward this tongue is going to be. More tongue room I have, and the further distance between the tongue and the actual wheels, the better backing opportunities I have, and I'll be able to manage that better. One of the things that I want to do here in particular is I want to put the wheels a little further back, not just for the backing, but as I lift, most of the weight is actually going to be on the back of the trailer, so I'd like more tongue weight on the front. So if I separate the two, I get a better outcome. Okay, we've got it measured from the center of the tongue in the front to where it's at. It is just about as equal as possible that we can get on those measuring points. So we're going to go ahead and put it in place and then cut these ends off of this, cut these other pieces off. So we're going to get after it. Here we go. Got to be brave, got to move forward. Cut that one off now. So we will be capping these. I think we're going to try this bandsaw first. It'll probably go faster and easier. let's get this thing flipped over and do some welding on that side.
All right, let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 welds to do here. And then I think we will go ahead and get this piece put in. Go ahead and make that determination. This piece down here is going to be the piece in which the ram pushes against to lift the bed up. So, oh, the lack of a plan. We do have a little bit more welding to do on this frame before I'm ready to put the axles on, but we'll get that all figured out. It all didn't go that bad, I didn't think.